I mean, we could call it a Wednesday night party if you'd like, or you can just call it the Week 1 Roundup with your host, Thrills Alexander, aka Tony Mandarich. So let's hit it to it, boys. Week 1. 6 different teams picked up a victory, no ties, thankfully. Andrew Luck, Tony Mandarich, Justin Gilbert, Derek Harvey, The Boz, and Ryan Leaf were all victors in Week 1 over their opponents. Some close, some blowouts, and the blowouts were so gargantuan, if you will, that the average margin of defeat for these 6 teams was 24 and a half points. That's an incredible amount. That is almost the value of a starting. That's more than the value of most starting wide receivers. You could have added almost any starting wide receiver to those squads, and on average, they still would have come up short in Week 1. That's pretty crazy. Speaking of some other craziness, Derek Harvey, you were a Week 1 winner, but yet you were the only one that did not pick up more than one victory point in Week 1. While obviously Jamarcus Walrus was a loser in Week 1, but still managed to pick up a victory point with a whopping 156 and a quarter points. So kudos to you right there. We'll talk about the winners for a minute and then move on to the men that did not win. But Andrew Luck, that was complete and utter destruction of Billy Baseball right there. It made me think back to when he played you in baseball, how he would just wax you like there was no tomorrow. So it's good to see you get some retribution. Might this be the beginning of the Anthony Matthews revenge tour of sorts? I mean, he's been down on his luck for a little bit this year. Will he turn it around? Week 1 is just, one game. No need to overreact. I'm not on ESPN. No need to overreact. But I can say that Andrew Luck has a squad to be reckoned with. He is more than just your typical one-week wonder. All right. And victory number 2 goes to Tony Mandarich. Thank you, Raiders. Thank you, Derek Carr, for only throwing the ball to Devonta Adams. No, don't worry about Hunter Renfrow on the slot. Don't worry about Waller or anything like that. You keep chucking the ball to Devonta 35 times a game, and I'm going to be a happy camper right there. Kyler Murray, you've really got no weapons on that squad, so just run around, save your life, try to get 25 points a game. Tony Mandarich, I think, was a team, project-wise, in Week 2 to be scoring the most at 151. There's holes in this team. There's holes in this team, starting at running back, obviously. Justin Gilbert, another Week 1 victor. Looked really good. After Thursday night, he was probably kicking himself in his own dick hole of how bad Cam Akers played, and looked like a surefire loss. When you have a starter get like 0 points, that's always detrimental. But that didn't stop him from beating Jamarcus Walrus by 7 points this past week. And as we look at his squad, we can see kind of what we have to look forward to here. The Patty Mahomes and Cooper Kupp show. What the fuck else does he really need right there? What does he really need? And it did. Week 1, Leonard Fournette was, well, don't forget about me. Joe Mixon's like, hey, Bengals love offense. I'm going to score some points. So looking over, seeing that, it just makes you think, Justin Gilbert. It's going to be a pretty good squad right there. All right. Our 4th victor of the week was Derek Harvey. Derek Harvey down there in Jacksonville, representing the Jacksonville Jag, eking out a victory with a 136 to 133 score, if memory serves correctly right there, and I am indeed correct, over our newbie Dion Jordan, who we'll get to later. As we mentioned, thank you, MJ. Thank you, Vegas, for that slight interruption. Let me pause for a moment. And we're back. I apologize for that delay. As I was saying, Derek Harvey eked out a small victory this past week. I look at his team. I'm not feeling it. He just lost the Niners starting running back Elijah Mitchell after 1 week. Barely got him any points right there. In fact, luckily, when you got Joe Burrow, you're going to have offense. Miles Sanders, maybe this will be a year that he finally shows out. And Travis Kelce, you're winning every week with Travis Kelce at tight end. You're winning points at the tight end position by having him. So good job to you, Derek Harvey. Good luck treading forward. I'm not real sure what you're going to do to improve this team. I hope that Damian Harris becomes the stud that you need for yourself, but I wouldn't bank on it too hard. All right, moving us next to the next winner. 4 down, 1, 2 to go. We got the Boz, Brian Bosworth, a.k.a. B. Green. B. Green picking up a victory in Week 1. Not surprising, B. Green usually starts his season very strong. He is a strong starter. The problem comes when mid-season starts. He loses focus, gets sidetracked, things like that, and he'll lose, 5 straight weeks. But I really like the team that Brian Bosworth is putting out there. He really likes the team that he's got out there. And we've already seen a small trade involved with him, indeed. Knowing that you can score 156 points without Derrick Henry breaking 10, that's just got to give you a small chubby right there. That's all I'm going to say. And our last victor of this first week was Ryan Leaf. Ryan Mart, great fantasy player, great wide receiving core. I mean, damn, dude. Like, he's always putting together a quality squad in football. Pause 1 second. And we're back. Thank you for that. As I was saying, excuse me. Ryan Leaf always puts forth a quality fantasy football team. And this year, when you have Stephon Diggs, AJ Hurts, fucking Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, might as well be one player. They're just synced up mentally right now. You're going to feel very confident in your squad. I love Stephon Diggs. I had Jalen Hurts last year. Love him as well. I think Ryan Leaf can be a team that does something going forward. And, I mean, George Pickens, might want to drop him, but we saw some good running backs in his bench this past week. So he's got depth. He's got skill. He's going to be a good team this year. All right, so let's move on to the teams that unfortunately did not pick up a dub. And let's talk about Jawalrus for a moment. Jawalrus put up 156 points, which was actually more than two of our winners in the past week. So that lets you know that, number one, he's got a good team, and number two, he went up against Justin Gilbert, who scored 163, so not much you can do there. Losing Dak Prescott, painful. You can't really replace him with Kirk Cousins per se, but that's what people might say from last year. We got a new offense in Minnesota. Justin Jefferson's just running wide open. Anybody can catch anything in Minnesota, and Kirk Cousins might be the answer as his starting quarterback until Dak gets back. And even at that time, who knows what's going to happen. Knowing that CeeDee Lamb was attached to Dak, that's painful. Cooper Rush, Will Grier, I'm going to go ahead and tell you, in case you didn't know, they are not Dak Prescott, and I don't think that they can replicate 75% of Dak Prescott, but we can hope that it will. The trade this week, gotta like a Brian on Brian trade right there. If you checked it out, wasn't anything major, a little under the radar stuff. Both parties came away pleased, so I'd go recommend checking it out on the transaction board if you have not already done so. But it did involve a tight end, as somebody needed a tight end. It was it was just plain blank Dawson Knox being traded. So Gabriel Davis, a couple bucks, Bills were involved in that swap-a-rooney right there. All right. Moving on, the two biggest beatdowns went to two guys that are associated with Cleveland. Brownie quarterbacks, that's Johnny Manziel, that's Baker Mayfield. These guys just got the brownie stink all over them. Nothing they can do. Was right in week one. Everybody that was supposed to play well played like shit. And, both teams, I know Baker rocking some high-quality running backs right there. Receivers, definitely lacking in that department, but hey, maybe he can do something. Maybe he's going to pull off some waiver drop, waiver add, maybe make a trade. We never know what Flash is thinking. Billy, we know what he's thinking. I'm ready to wheel and deal, baby. This team let me down in week one. I can't believe I own Allen Robinson again. Let me make for sure you own Allen Robinson before I'm questioned on the Slack board here. Yes, indeed, he does own Allen Robinson. Tyreek Hill, he's not going to be with Patty Mahomes this year. We all knew that. He still put up, 14 points. Lamar Jackson's going to do Lamar Jackson things. I like this team. Not at all. I'm sorry, Billy. Not a squad I'm in favor of right now. You probably know you don't like your own team. Let's make some magic happen, man. Let's make some magic happen. All right, next up, Mark Dirty Sanchez. For a man that I know is a champion in another league, played with you multiple leagues, multiple times. Came out week one real flat, my man. Came out real flat. I wasn't upset by that, seeing as I played you, but looking forward, I know you're going to make some trades. I know you're going to send out some offers, and I look forward to seeing what you're going to do to improve upon your squad going forward. I know you're going to be right there victory point-wise. You're going to have some big blow-up weeks with the running backs that you own and the players that you currently possess, so good luck to you going forward, Jed Grant. Deion Jordan, other than, not having a league picture yet, got to get you on that one, bro. We got to see your face, not that helmet anymore. Maybe it's Deion Jordan missing a tackle. Maybe it's him sitting on the bench. Maybe it's him after he's been released. We all love the joys of having that first-round bust. Your first week was kind of a first-round bust. You played the team that scored the fewest points, and you couldn't pull out the victory right there. I own Aaron Rodgers in another league. That sucks. T. Higgins does get a concussion. You probably easily walk away with a victory this week. Aaron Jones, we don't know what's going to happen with him, but when you own Jonathan Taylor Thomas, you know you're going to score 35 right there from the running back position, guaranteed. He's going to be 20 minimum. You got your other guy right there, Aaron Jones, who can easily pick up 15 for you. I love the Rashad Bateman play. He's a great player. I think your team's going to be all right moving forward if Aaron Rodgers can find somebody on his team that can catch a ball. Christian Watson missing a 75-yard touchdown, wide ass open, dropped it. God, that was a killer. That was a killer. Matt Leinart, you should probably just get down on your hands and knees and pray to your God that Saquon, Eck, and Cook can make it through a season fully healthy, because if they do, you can get to a championship. Those guys are the three best running back quartet. I said I like Reimart's wide receivers the best. Matt Leinart might be giving him the equivalent in the running back department right here. Saquon dominated week 1. Eckler played decent. Cook is going to be Cook week in and week out. 138 points. I don't think that's going to be your average going forward. Although your wide receivers make flashes look like all-stars, man. You're going to have to. You might need to trade one of those running backs for a wide receiver. If you want to trade, Billy Baseball, a.k.a. Johnny Manziel, myself, Jamark Walrus, all love to make deals. So get up in there, man. I believe that discusses all 6 of our squads right there. That will do it for the losers. For the winners, good job to you. I've already congratulated you. Get your rosters ready for this Thursday. We got Chiefs and Chargers coming up. Until then, I'll see you next time. This is your commish, Tony Mandrich, signing off.